I want to tell you something that took me a long time to understand. You're not going to go back to who you were. That woman, before all this happened, she's gone. And I know that kind of sounds like a loss. I know that might even feel like a loss, but stay with me for a second. Because what I found out on the other side of all of it, the naming it, the feeling it, the slow, painful work of healing, is that I didn't go back to who I was. I became more of who I always was supposed to be. And that is what this video is about. Before all of it, I was a happy, free spirit. And I don't mean that in a vague, abstract way. I mean in the most specific, ordinary, everyday way. I was happy, genuinely, naturally happy. I expected good things from life. I laughed easily. I enjoyed things. I wasn't afraid to share what I thought or what I felt, the good stuff, the hard stuff, both. I just moved through the world openly, like it was safe for me to be in it. And somewhere along the way, not all at once, but slowly, these things always happen that started to disappear. Now, not dramatically, not in one moment that I can point to specifically, just gradually. The way a light dims when you didn't notice until the room was dark. I stopped being free. I stopped feeling cared for. I was careful with my words. I was careful with my feelings. I was careful with how much I let myself show, because showing myself to the wrong person taught me over time that it wasn't safe to be seen. And in the end, I had become someone I barely recognized. I was managed. I contained myself. I was going through the motions of what a life would look like that wasn't mine. And when it was finally over, when I was finally out and finally separated, I finally, for the first time in years, was alone in the quiet, and I waited, and I didn't know what I was waiting for exactly. I just knew something needed to come back. I didn't know if it would. I didn't know if I'd ever cry again. It was somewhere around 30 or 60 days after our separation when I finally started to feel safe. Not completely safe, but safe enough that something started to shift on the inside. The feelings started to come back, and not all at once, gradually, like when a faucet's been shut off just long enough, you're not sure whether what's going to come out through when you turn it back on. I felt joy, a little bit of joy. I started feeling happy, like a warmth inside, a moment of something that felt light. And then I laughed. I really laughed. I mean, I laughed like wholeheartedly. I cannot tell you how healing that was, and to laugh and to mean it, and to feel something move through me that wasn't dread or numbness or exhaustion. And then I cried. And that was healing too, because it all meant the same thing, that I was thawing out. I was becoming myself. I was coming back. The feelings hadn't left me. They had just been waiting somewhere safe until I was safe enough to have them again. I want to talk about what reclaiming yourself actually looks like, because I think people who expect it to feel like a moment, like a declaration, a dramatic turning point, but it isn't. It's waking up one morning and noticing that you slept through the night without bracing for something. It's laughing at something silly and not catching yourself and not pulling back, just letting the laugh come all the way out. It's making a decision, a real small decision, what to eat, where to go, what do you want, and realizing you made it without consulting anyone, without calculating how it would land, without fear. It's feeling lonely sometimes and knowing that loneliness is not the same as alone, and that alone is not the same as wrong. It's feeling sad sometimes and peaceful sometimes, and happy, genuinely, quietly, unexpectedly happy, and letting yourself have all of it without guilt. Because here's what reclaiming your identity actually is. It's getting your full emotional range back. the whole spectrum, not just the acceptable feelings, not just the ones that are easy to explain, all of them. I wake up peaceful now. Not every day, but most days. And that peace isn't fragile the way it used to be, where one wrong word could just shatter it. It's mine, and it lives in me, and nobody handed it to me, and nobody can take it away from me. It's just what reclaiming looks like. Not a highlight reel, just a life that finally feels like yours. I want to be honest with you about something. The version of you that existed before, that younger, untouched, unguarded version, she isn't coming back. And I spent some time grieving that. I think it's okay to grieve that. But here's what I know now. She wasn't supposed to come back. Because what you have been through, the naming it, the feeling it, the healing it, that changes you. Please subscribe if you want to keep walking through this journey with me together. I'll see you in the next video. Not in the way that people mean when they say someone's broken. It changed in the way that someone who has walked through fire and come out on the other side is changed. You know things now that you didn't know before. About yourself, about what you will and what you won't accept, about how strong you actually are, about what feels like peace, and how fiercely you are willing to protect it. You are not who you were. You are more of what you were always supposed to be. And that woman, that one you are becoming, she's not a lesser version of who you were before. She is the fullest version. The one who has been tested and knows her own name. If you are somewhere in this journey right now, maybe you're just starting, maybe somewhere in the middle, maybe further along than you even think, I want you to hear this. The free spirit is in you. The laughter is still in you. The woman who expected good things from life, she didn't leave. She just went quiet to keep you alive. And she's still there, waiting for it to be safe enough to come back out. And it will feel safe again. Maybe not today, maybe not for a while, but gradually, the way all real things happen, it will come. You'll wake up one morning and notice the quiet feels peaceful instead of threatening. You will laugh and you will mean it, and you will make small decisions just for yourself and feel nothing but okay about it. And you'll look up one day and realize the woman looking back at you is someone that you recognize, someone that you like, someone who has been through something and is still here. Not who you were before, more of who you always were supposed to be. And that is reclaiming. That is you. It has always been you. This is the fourth pillar of my rebuilding series. And if you've been walking through this with me, I want you to know how proud I am of you just for showing up, for watching, for being willing to sit with the hard things. That's not small. That is the work. And if this series has reached you, leave me a comment. Tell me where you are in the journey. You don't have to share everything. Even just I'm here is enough. And if you haven't grabbed my free healing timeline, it's in my bio. It'll show you the stages of recovery and remind you that wherever you are right now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be.